The 4 P's: pause, prepare, practice, and play, versus reps. And reps stands for react, you simply react. EP is expect perfection, and when you don't do that, you stop. So for example, instead of responding to something in a way that you want, you simply react the way that you always have, and you justify it by saying, this is just the way I am. And if that's your logic, then it's going to be hard to change, right? If you don't allow yourself to make a different choice, you're not going to change. Then the next concept is that you have expectations. But when you combine expectations with this need to be perfect, right? These expectations that you have to be perfect, or you're a quote unquote screw up, then you're putting yourself in an impossible situation. So you're trying to eat better and healthier. And instead of learning as to why you reach for snacks late at night, you simply beat yourself up. You say, it's too hard. I don't know how to do this. Or I just don't have the time to deal with this right now. What you're saying is, I'm going to stop, right? That's the S in reps. So you simply react, you expect perfection, and then you stop when you don't have that. So instead of reacting and expecting perfection, and then stopping when you don't achieve that impossible end, there are the 4 P's. And so this is the ability to pause, to prepare how you would want to respond instead, to practice that, and instead of expecting perfection, to continue to see all of this as play, and then to analyze that play after, right? That's the preparation. So the skills when it comes to change really are these 4 P's. The ability to pause in the moment, even just for a second, so that you can give yourself some distance between that stimulus and that response, right? And personally, I think that's the most important step in all of these things, is if you can simply pause when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like just reacting, you can start to choose and widen that window so that you can choose to respond in a way that you want. In this way, you can allow yourself to prepare a different response, one that allows you to move towards the ends that you want. But the key with that is preparation. Instead of expecting perfection, the next P is to simply practice it, right? You might not be perfect, but you can start to practice it. And if it didn't go the way you want, okay, this is the 4th P, it's all play. You get it at the next play, right? Like the next situation that presents itself, you're prepared, you try to see what happens and simply play with it. And so the goal is to keep practicing so that you can get better. And it's not about perfection, it's about being able to be better on a consistent basis. And if you can do that and you can have fun with it, because the key thing with this is like you want to enjoy it. It's your life, right? The game that you're playing is your life. And if you don't enjoy the changes, then you're not going to stick with them long term. As such, the goal isn't to quote unquote win as much as it is to simply allow yourself to enjoy playing. So if you take nothing else I say about change to heart, recognize that these 4 P's, the ability to pause, to prepare, to practice, and to play, will lead you to long-term success more than any other thing that you do. If you can do that while breaking that reps model, the reacting, the expecting perfection, and then stopping when you don't achieve that perfection, you'll give yourself a much better chance over the long term. So if you have any questions or comments for me, please feel free to let me know.